Hey, what's up? Finding your purpose fans and design for purpose fans as well. I hope all you guys are well out there and getting ready for Christmas. By the way, I hope every last one of you guys get what you want positively. Okay? And with that being said, let's get into today's topic. Um it's going to be real quick. I just want to talk about uplifting because I'm pretty sure we've all been around someone or us ourselves have been in a situation where we were down and out and we didn't get the perception, I guess, that we wanted. But we also have to remember there's always someone that's ignorant. And with that being said, I'm talking about the whole Cardi B and Offset situation. And then you have Nikki chiming in. Now, for those of us that are into, excuse me, for those of us that are into music, and even if you're not into music, I'm pretty sure you know Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, um, you got Cardi's husband, who knows if it's true, soon to be ex husband, Offset, you know. Now, for those of you who are Cardi B fans, you pretty much follow everything she does throughout social media. And I'm pretty sure you know pretty much of what's going on in her life because nowadays you can't hide anything from social media, especially if you are a public figure. But, you know, I followed Cardi since her love and hip hop days. And, so I pretty much know, you know, pretty much a lot about her. I like some of her music. I'm not a major fan, but I love to see people come up. You know, and unfortunately, sometimes we go through things that are not so pretty, especially as I stated before, if you are a public figure, everything gets blown up. So, she her career kind of took off. And slowly but surely you start hearing her music more, seeing her more besides love and hip hop. And then all of a sudden she marries Offset. Okay, now this is just my opinion. You guys may have other opinions. Um, in my opinion, I don't think she ever should have married him because I think he's been doing her wrong since they got together. The blessings out of the whole situation is their children. It's just sad that they have to go through this craziness, rumor after rumor after rumor, and seeing their family being tore down. So, this last incident, I guess it was Cardi B's final straw. She's hearing all these rumors about him cheating again, because he cheated before. She kind of left him, then they got back together. It's been kind of on again, off again. So this last incident was her final straw, so to speak. So she's on Instagram, pouring her heart out, and and there's a lot of people who feel her pain, because there's a lot of people who feel the same way. They just don't have the kind of following that she does to get it out, and they don't have the support like she does to back her up. So, she's on talking to her fans and, letting them know what's up. Now, you guys know her and her husband and Nikki's and Nikki's thing. I don't even want to call him a husband. But, they've had their problems and it's not good. So, while Cardi's on Instagram talking about what she's going through, getting her feelings out, you have Nikki over here sending little sneaky messages like making fun. Nikki, one, you're like 40 years old. Grow up. Stop acting childish, but age is nothing but a number. But I know you guys have had your problems in the past. But that right there was not a time to, excuse me, that right there was not a time, in my opinion, to kick someone when they're down. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all. It was not cool for her to send little messages, poking fun at the situation. In my opinion, it was not. And it's like, first of all, who are you to be making fun of someone? Nikki, you married an offender. You know, everywhere you move, he has to get the okay before he can move there because he's an offender. Like, your situation is a lot worse than Cardi's, if you ask me. At least Cardi and her estranged husband, or whatever you want to call him, at least they can separate it and he can still get his kids, do what he has to do, and not worry about the problems that she has to. You know, she can't even take her child to the park with that thing she's married to alone because of his situation. So who are you to be making fun of someone at that moment in time? In my opinion, she should have kept her mouth shut. You know, sometimes the best things said are the ones that are not said. The words that are not said are the best words sometimes. Because, you know, we all go through ups and downs in our life. They may be different ups and downs, but we all face some type of trouble at different points. That is not the time to kick someone when they're down. In my opinion, that's the time you lift someone up. You lend a helping hand. Or if you just don't want to deal with them in any capacity, don't say nothing at all. Keep strolling. That's all she had to do. I just think that it's just totally childish. Like, come on. Both of you guys, all you guys have kids. Sooner or later, your kids are going to be able to understand what was going on. Because, you can't erase, excuse me, you can't erase anything from the internet. You may think you've erased it 5, 10, 15 years later. That thing you thought you erased came back up. You're supposed to be setting examples for your children. And it's okay because everybody's not gonna get along with everybody. Everybody's not gonna be everybody's friend. But if you cannot be respectful and adult enough to realize that, hey, this ain't my problem. This ain't the time to clap and laugh and kiki at the situation. Let me move on. If you cannot sit and think like that, you got major issues. I just thought that was so messed up for her to do that. Now, I know in the past they have all said some things probably that they wish they hadn't said, but there's a time to learn from the situations you're in. Learn. This making fun of people, kicking them when they're down, that has to stop. And yeah, I did see Cardi clap back, and she was like, take your kid to the park and leave me alone," which is in reference to her Nikki's thing being an offender. I totally get that. I just wish it could have been handled differently. I feel sorry for Cardi. Excuse me. I feel sorry for her that she's going through this type of situation, but at the same time, she kept taking him back and taking him back and taking him back. Remember, guys, a person will only do what you allow them to do to you. So he kept thinking, well, I can do this. She's just gonna take me back. I can do this. I can do that. She's gonna take me back. That's no respect at all. So I hope she puts her foot down this time and just sticks to co-parenting and move on and work on herself. And I hope she learns her worth, because she's worth a lot more than that. No woman or no man should put up with that kind of treatment. It's not right at all. But on the flip side, this whole situation with Nikki saying what she has to say, grow up. Grow up. You have, young people looking up to you. You're their idol. And you want to act like that at that time? To me, that was not right. But I hope things can get better. before they get worse. I just didn't like that, you guys, and that's what I wanted to, bring to you guys. In times, you know, as I stated before, we all go through, down times in our life. No matter what it is, we all have our own different problems, but we all have problems. Things that, sometimes we have to grab a hold a little tighter than, we normally would. It's just we go through things, but we shouldn't kick others down when they're down. You know, we should be lifting each other up, especially, if you're a public figure. You have people looking up to you, and you don't want something from this year to come up 10 years from now. Yeah, you may be a whole new different person, but they'll pull up what happened, and then you have a whole nother problem on your hands. I just think if we start uplifting people, sending words of encouragement, you know, when they're down, and not only when they're down, but especially when they're down, we could go a long way. And if you just absolutely do not like the person or whatever, just don't say nothing at all. Don't send an emoji. Don't do anything. Just stroll on. And with that being said, you guys, I love you guys. And remember, we are all designed for a purpose. Therefore, we all have a purpose. So if you have found it, stand in it. Don't let anyone make you move out of your place. And if you haven't found it, it's okay. Keep searching, no matter how big, how small, it's there. We all have a purpose. And one other thing before I get out of here, I just want for you guys to don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you already do all that, tell your loved ones too. All right, you guys, stay safe out there, and I will catch you next week.